our CircuitPython template for CircuitPython, the CircuitPython Express. And what I'd like to do is look at how I can use the accelerometer this time. I'm going to do something very similar to what I did before. So I'm going to start off with an Excel reading variable and set it to 0. This is exactly like in MakeCode when you use the set block to say set Excel reading to 0. This is how we declare a variable, and actually how we set a variable to a value. So there we go. Now in our loop, I want to get the acceleration from the accelerometer, so I can say Excel reading equals get Excel, and I'll say it. I want the x-axis. Let's do the z-axis, actually. And there's a pattern that you're seeing here. There's two patterns, actually. So one pattern is when we say that we have something that is equal to something else. All right, that pattern is what we would call the assignment pattern. Assign a value to a variable. Now there's another pattern that's taking place here, which is what we see right here. And that is called using a function. And the pattern is that we have the name of the function and the parameters. Now, in this case, a function is a bunch of instructions that are bundled up, given a name, and the parameter will change the behavior of the function. In this case, there is a function in the DCS library called getExcel, and it can get the acceleration on x, y, or z. So we pass it a parameter, which tells it which axis to measure. And in this case, I'm asking it to measure the z-axis. So, just like before, I'm going to go ahead and print the Excel reading. If I save that, and I look at the mess of numbers going by, the z-axis is telling me it's measuring around 9.6, 9.7. Really should be measuring 9.8, but there you go. It could be I'm experiencing some reduced gravity right now. If I thump the table, it goes by so fast, I don't even know what's going on. I'll bet that was awful on the microphone. So if I comment that out and save, the numbers stop going by, because when you comment something out, it isn't executed. Well, let's do this. I'm going to get rid of my patterns. I'm going to have a new variable. I have a max reading variable. And now I can say if the acceleration reading is, I should have my parentheses. If the acceleration reading is greater than the max reading, I want, this is going to blow your mind, I want to set the max reading to the Excel reading. In other words, now I'm just going to print the max reading. I'm going to save. Oh, interesting. So what it's doing is every time it takes a reading, it asks the question, is the reading I just took, which is stored in the variable called Excel reading, greater than the current maximum reading? If it is, set the max reading variable to this new reading. So now when I thump the table, it measures a bunch of acceleration forces because I just shook the CPX by thumping the table. Ow. Okay, but if I tap it, look at that. Tapping it gave me it measured an acceleration of 29 gravities. 33. All right, so that shows me that thumping the table is good for around 19. A table thump is 19G. Shake is around 30G. That's kind of cool. So that's how I very quickly just calibrated my sensor. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to say sensor calibration. I'm going to hit save. The numbers will stop going by. But now I can say if Excel reading is less than 10, set pixel RGB. I'll set my 0th pixel to green. If the acceleration reading is less than 30, but we assume it'll be greater than 10 because the first one didn't happen. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know what's going to happen. This is bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and then you're going to have to think about it. Set pixel RGB. I'm going to set it to blue. In fact, let's set pixel 1 to blue. Now let's leave it pixel 0. And if the Excel reading is less than 50, we'll set pixel RGB to green. All right, so the first parameter is the pixel, the second is the redness, the greenness, and the blueness. All right, if I save it, it turned, ooh, it looks blue-green, and I know why. So what I want you to do is to, in this code, there's two things you should do. You should be asking questions. Does the order I ask the questions matter? What would happen if we asked if it was less than 50 first? Can I use print statements to figure out what is going on? For example, what if I put a print statement right here and printed, well, I could print the Excel reading. That's the only thing we've learned to do so far. But watch this. I can print a message. I can print first question. And when I save this, oh, that's good. It's printing first question every time that is true. But I could come in here and print second question every time that is true. Oh no. Look at that. And it's going awfully fast. I think that I need to have some pause statements so I could print and then pause. Oh. I think I know what's going on. So a challenge for you is to write this code and see if you can figure out what's going on. I'll post it online.